Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Always dancing to the intro. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Bangarang. Glad to see everybody here. A lot of people already in the door. I love it. I love it. I love it. For my new people, you'll hear me say Bangarang. I relate this back to the movie Hook. It was a very spiritual experience for me. I challenge you to watch it. We are here to help you reclaim your magic. We want you to find your magic, reminding you whatever you put out in this life is what you get back. But thus, Bangarang. Watch the movie. You'll love it. Once you reclaim your magic, you can find your wings and you can fly. And that's what Tarot with an Attitude and our Barefoot Bangarang tribe is all about. So with that being said, I'm going to get us started our usual way. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, Divine Feminine, all one and the same. Spirit, angels, guides, Sun, everything that you have given us. Universe, we appreciate it and we say thank you. We just keep your angels close. I'm asking that they stay close. Draw the guides close so I can hear if I need some clarification, but also make sure I am receiving your messages and not mine. So mote it be. All right, here we go. Little housekeeping up front. Cynthia, I want you, glad you're here, but I want you to check your email. I didn't see your email, but I just did. So it's been responded to, and I'd like to see if we can't talk tomorrow. Good deal. A lot of things going on. W. Colombo, welcome, happy, and everything else. Glad you're here. Hope everything's going. Easy for me to say. Hope everything's going well. Joey, good to see you. Let's see who else. Donna, glad to see you. I need to talk to you too. So let's get some of this set up. Mr. Joey. So I have an unexpected project I have to go to. It's my first project of this caliber. I was going to see if Spirit has anything I need to be aware of or look out for. Thanks, Reverend Rob. You are welcome, Joey. No problem. All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's see some new people in here. All you have to do, just post your question, whatever you want. I'll take a look at it, but I go down the chat and take everything in order. Gillian tries to help me keep things straight, right? That's my wife, my producer, okay? And see what's happening. But Joey, here we go. Let's start this and let's go here. Let's see what happens. So again, I'm using the Psychic Tarot. A lot of times once I get drawn into a deck, I'm there for a little bit. But tonight I was going to bring something else out, but Spirit said, no, we're going to stay right here. All right, Joey. Communication is going to play a key role here. Because, man, I am getting really choked up. It's all hitting me in that throat chakra and in the throat. So remember to settle down and think about the words that are coming out of your mouth whenever you're doing this. I'm already getting that. That's going to be very important. Communication is going to play a key role. So Joey is asking if there is anything he needs to be aware of or look out for on this upcoming project. So let that Spirit. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Joey, I'm going to bring your question down so we can see the cards full. Here we go. All right, Joey. Your first card, your light card. Look here. Balance. I got a feeling it's going to be something what's really coming in. Remember me telling you about communication? One of the things I'm getting here with this 11, that angel number 11, the duality of new beginnings, okay? All of this coming together. I don't add an 11 together. That's an angel number, okay? New beginnings, new starts, new things, and take this to a whole higher level, like new beginnings squared. But the importance of this is balance. Now, in this balance, what I want you to see, what we're talking about is sometimes you're going to get there, you're going to be eager to either impress or you're going to see a problem and you're going to want to take care of it right away. Make sure you know your players, okay? Make sure you know who's what, because it'd be real easy for you to step on somebody's toes because you're so eager to fix this problem. All right. Balance, walk softly, carry a big stick, that type of thing. Make it a smaller stick. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. Our next card here is we have the 2 of the physical. All right. Movements, choices, decisions, balance. All right. Think about these 2 cards and how they play. So together we have the 2 of those together, we have a 13. All right. And that 13, again, I don't like to break them apart a lot. All right. The 13 comes out to be making right choices. And 13 is understanding that something might have to go for something new to come in. So you might be looking at making some new choices or trying some different things, is what I'm getting at. But this is going to involve a partnership with somebody, either with other people or yourself, a boss, other workers, things like this. So this is why I'm telling you, these decisions need to be made from a place of sheer calmness and balance. Joey, what we've got here is stress. Somebody or something is worried. 8 is about movement. 8 is about learning details. 8 is about being calm and understanding what's going on. But this 8 is also, it's our 8 of mentality. Okay. What we're looking at here is don't let stress and you making the right decision or worrying about something that's happened, okay, keep you from just shining bright and being the glory and that person that you are. Let them see who you are on their own. You don't have to sell yourself. You do sell yourself by being natural. These are the things that I'm seeing for you. So don't wig out. Don't freak out. Make sure you're making decisions tuned in with other people. So now we have 13 and 8 is 21. 2, that partnership we talked about. 1, new beginnings. 2 and 1 come together to make a 3. And in this 3, we're talking about you being able to create something beautiful and being able to move something forward that I think has come to a halt. Okay. So this new project is going to be yours. It's going to be your baby. I think it's actually come out. Yep. There we go. There's the 13 card, that transformation. There's going to be some changes, and some people are going to be worried about the changes you're going to want to make. So use that balance to make sure what's going on. We have the obstacles and challenges, 5 here. All right. And this is the 5 of wands. What I want you to think of, it's the 5 of spirit. All right. Some people are going to push up. This is spirit just confirming everything we just said. Some people are going to give you pushback. All right. Make sure you keep in mind the balance key. All right. It's very easy to cut somebody off at their legs, but we have the 3, recognition and reward. I was raised up and, it slap, hug, slap. I want you to reverse that and go hug, slap, hug whenever you're dealing with people on this project. Okay. Make sure that they understand you have their best interest at heart. This recognition, even if the work was wrong, recognize what they did and reward them with praise about the effort they put in. This is what Spirit is saying you need to be aware of. Please make sure you let me know what's happening. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. So, Joey, good luck. See what's happening. For those of y'all who don't know me, what I do, I sit here and I put the cards back in separate spots. So when they come up again, we know that Spirit made them come up again, or if they come up together, that Spirit put them back together. So, Joey, there you go. Wow, bangarang. Let's see what's happening here. All right, if anybody else, all right, Cynthia, Reverend Rob, I'm going to go ahead and jump in with a question. I'm glad you did. Come on, bring it. If you remember, I saw my spirit guides in meditation and felt great. The next 2 days, I felt like crap. Will Spirit tell me why? Because there's some purifying energy that you need to get rid of, that's what's coming on. But let's find out what's going on. Okay. We're going to ask Spirit right now, what is going on? If you remember, saw my spirit guides in meditation and felt great. The next 2 days, I felt like crap. Will Spirit tell me why? Here's what I want you to remember. what I'm really being pushed on here, okay? When you become aware of your spirit guides and your angels, and you're starting to move forward in your ascension, in your spirituality, whatever it is, even if it's baking, okay? Once you know what you're doing and you're trying to get better or you're trying to move forward, okay? It's not always easy. And sometimes it's draining because you're trying to learn something new. Spirit's trying to give you something new. And I want you to keep that in mind. Even if we look at Jesus, the apostles, all of them as they move forward, their life didn't get better on the outside. They were tortured, they were killed, they were martyred, things like this, but they were happy in their martyrdom because of where they were going. This is all those kind of things, okay? So let's see what we've got here and see what Spirit can tell us, okay? What does Cynthia need to know about why, okay, all of a sudden she's feeling like crap? So let's see what happens here, Miss Cynthia. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, we have deception and envy, okay? One of the things of this is 7 of mentality, all right? Don't allow, as you start to become stronger and move forward, there are dark forces or dark entities. Y'all have heard me and Miss Laura talk about them or whatnot a lot that are going to try to steal, okay, your joy, your energy. They don't want you to move ahead, okay? So keep in mind, they're going to start whispering doubts. They're going to whispering things. Bring your angels and guides in close. Don't let something else, even your own thoughts or your own mind, okay, steal your joy. This is very, very important, okay? Cynthia, we have the universe. You're starting to get to that level. The universe is opening up. This exposure does not necessarily make everything great, okay? We got to move slow. We got to walk forward. We got to find out why. Now you've asked to learn, you've asked to see. So now they're going to want you to do something. And in that, they're going to take you out of your comfort zone, okay? Or otherwise, you will just stay there and never move forward. The universe is just a wonderful card. It's enlightenment, it's joy. But that path, if you think about the path to full enlightenment that our fool on his journey he took, all right, man, there's a lot of hardship. There's a lot of things that smacked him down, knocked him down, but he kept going. He kept going. And we found out that's part of our learning process is to feel like crap, find out why, and be able to move forward with it. Have you actually said your prayers and asked Spirit or your guides to what's going on? Okay. This is something you need to get in the practice of doing and then being still and listening to what they have to say. You know, we have harmony here. 6. This is a victory. I want to challenge you with something. Okay. If everything stayed great from now on, all right, how would you ever feel victory again? All right. Notice here in this, what is normally the lover's card, we have harmony. All right. This is you working in junction with universe, with spirit, okay, with God, with the angels, and you're starting to learn this. Don't go into this thinking, I know what I'm doing, okay? You need to settle down, get up, do your meditations in the morning. Do you at least just be mindful, do that 20-minute mindfulness practice I tell everybody about. And these things will all start to fall into place. You know what? This is going to be, Spirit is giving you something new, okay? And this is going to be something that's just going to ignite you, all right? But a lot of people, when they start down something new, everything's great, okay, until it's not new. And then they have to figure stuff out. That's going to be the important thing. You've been given a new path. You're also, look at the ones here. Love begins, all right? Everything is starting over for you, even emotions. Your tense emotions, your grief, anger, all those, they don't go away, but you're going to learn how to deal with them. But if you don't feel them, how do you learn how to deal with them? That's going to be some of what's going on. So finally, we have mental conflict. All right. 2, this is make a decision. One of the things you have to learn here with the mental conflict, that 2, is about now you feel like crap. This could be a test that's put forward. Okay. And you have to decide how you're going to deal with it to not feel like crap. This could be your first test of dealing with yourself mentally on a whole new plane. I hope that makes sense. We've got 2. I'm going to see what the numbers are. 2, 3, 4, 10, 31, 38. All right. 3. Wow. Creating, learning. Okay. Building something great. All right. Moving forward. 3 and 8. What I say? Learning. Okay. Learning something new, but moving forward. You bring those together, and we're right back to that 11 card we talked about with Joey. The 11. All new beginnings. Everything's happening. You thought you understood everything. Your world's turning inside out since you made these discoveries, and this is to be expected. So you're going to have to learn to deal with them. Okay. Let me know if I can help. Would love to help you. Wow. Bangarang. All right. There we go. Cynthia, let me know how that resonates or whatnot. So we'll go there. W. Colombo. I would like to know what a dream meant. If you are willing to give your interpretation, I will be glad. Make sure you type it in somewhere down below and give me as much detail as you can. Let me see if Gillian has spotted the answer. Would love to. We will actually ask Spirit what it means. We'll pull cards on it. Okay. So let's find out what's there. Okay. Let me find out. I'm going to go up here. I got something I can do. All right. Did we get it? Okay. I dreamt about 7 divine beings standing in the shape of a V. Okay. V. Okay. Yeshua was in front center. Okay. And gave me a golden disc with an 8-pointed star. Said that it can't be taken from me. One of the things we're looking at here that I really pick up on this right away, all right, is that 8-pointed star, okay, kind of represents your everything around you in this lifetime, in this physical world, kind of like a pentacle, a coin, or whatnot. It's not, but it's having to do with your spirituality and blending in. Now, you notice there were 6 people or 7 people, 6 others, and only Yeshua was in front and center and gave you a golden disc. He's letting you know you have guides that he has given you to help you along the way. At times when you feel like you're alone, okay, you need to understand you are not, okay? Other beings are going to step in, other people, other disciples, different guides are going to come in, all right, and also help you with protection, with knowledge. So what I want you to start doing is being very aware. Make sure you're getting up early in the morning, okay, so you can spend some time with yourself, just 20 minutes, all right? Breathe, okay, and I want you to do some controlled breathing, like in through the nose on 4, hold for 2, out through the mouth for 6. You're starting to take control of your automatic nervous system, different things that happen. This will change your heart rate, things like this, but be quiet, be listening. No phone, no anything, but be at peace. Learn to be still, okay? And in that, these messages and these guides will come forward and give you messages. This is going to be very important to you as you continue on this path. Let me see. I've got everything kind of went haywire on my computer here. So here's what we're going to do. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to ask Spirit just to make sure we get a little guidance. And if you would like, everybody knows down below in the link in my description is my link tree. and you can set up a session where we can go into more detail or whatnot as needed. All right. Let me know what's going on because I want to hear what you find out and what this comes up. So let's see what's going on. Okay. Hold on just 1 second. And Kristen, I see you. We're going to get to you next, I believe. All right. So W. Colombo. So there's going to be some choices, doors, decisions that you're going to have to make. Now, notice again, here's a card that I purposely mixed up in the deck somewhere else. And this is about the physical world. It's what I told you about. There's going to be decisions you make. What I'm really picking up is you need to slow down. As you're making these decisions, I want you to literally picture yourself holding this item, feel it, know what it is, know the shape, know the texture, okay? Because through this, every time you need to make a decision, what you're going to do at first is you're going to make reactionary decisions that you're used to doing. Now you're going to have to change that, okay? And I want you to think and ponder and meditate and use the guides that were given to, that are coming to you. Stop worrying about the past. One of the things that Spirit is saying here in this card, and I can't believe these two came out in the same reading again after I put them way apart. You need to understand. This is what I call my stress card, okay? And trapped in fear. We're worried, either afraid of making a decision or afraid of the decision that we made. Where we go, you're holding yourself back. One of the things I remind people, when you're living in a fear of making a decision, okay, or a fear of working with somebody or things like this, you might as well go ahead and make the commitment because you're already living in that mentality, that negativity, things like that. So it can only get worse. You will either realize your fear and then you're able to move on, or you'll realize it wasn't so bad and be able to find glory on the other side, find something grateful. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of worry about things from the past. And that worry is chaining you down. We have the financial, told you this was about your physical world, financial and material changes. The 5, think about the 5 of Pentacles, okay? You may need to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Remember, he is always near. Your guides are always near. We're never alone. We just turn off our feeling of being with Spirit and understanding that. So there's something that's going to be happening to you in the real world, in this thing, and he's giving you assurances that it's all going to be okay. Don't sweat it. You know, it's going to need your power to either attack or the power to sit back and get all of the information in. But this is where your strength comes from, that inner strength. You're going to need it. You're going to use it, and he wants you to use it in a correct manner. You know, we have suffering in silence. This is an anxiety card. Again, this card and this card, 8 and 9, same suit, okay? Suit of what I call in this deck, what they call is mental or mentality, all right? So worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, anxiety, okay, that we're forgetting to live today, all right? Let that anxiety go. It's going to require your strength, your mental awareness, and new things to learn. The 8, again, movement and learning about some things. Finally, we have, okay, what he's trying to tell you is through this all, whatever it is you're fixing to go through, prosperity is coming. We have a tree, okay, the peach that is showing the heart. Everything is growing, all right? Don't move too quickly, okay? Observe, talk, understand, and things will grow for you. Spirit is letting you know everything's going to be okay. All right? Wow. Bangarang. All right. There we go. That was really cool. That was really cool. Let me know how that resonated with you. You could drop it in a comment, send me an email, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. All right. I'm mixing these cards up again. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. And there we go. Let's shove that one right in the middle. All right. Here we go. So, God love you. Bangarang. You know, let's do this, W. Colombo. All right, everybody, here we go. I want everybody to kind of pull their power in as above, so below the earth. Feel this energy radiating up through your tailbone. The same thing as Reiki energy, okay? But bring this divine energy through you from your head and out through your root chakra down into the earth, from the earth deep up. They both merge at your heart and then out through your crown chakra up. And we bring these energies together. And what we're going to do right now is say, most gracious and heavenly Father, that divine feminine mother, earth, universe, all that is you. W. Colombo needs some guidance, needs to know what's going on. Please help her. Send your angels. Make sure that she understands that she needs to be quiet to hear the message, but that everything is going to be okay. Wow. So mote it be. Bangarang. Okay. That's really cool. All right. Kristen, glad to see you. Like a general reading, please. You got it. Every time I say that, I think and Kristen, you're too young. Some of my more mature people in here will remember this. You asked for it, you got it. Toyota. That was their thing way back when. So you got it. Let's see what happens here. All right. And okay, in a second, I want to take just a break for a little bit. We're going to get to everybody here. Again, just be patient with me. We're getting there. Okay, let me bring this up. All right, here we go. Kristen Harmala would like a general reading. Spirit, what does Kristen need to know right here, right now? All right, let's find out. Here we go. Recognition and reward. Now, it's the second time we've seen this, okay? And folks, when we start seeing as a group cards repeating themselves this often, I believe this is the second time tonight in only 3 or 4 readings, this card has appeared. 3, we're talking about creating, okay? We're talking about working with other people, all right? But one of the things I want you to remember is you need to give some recognition to yourself. I'm really picking that up. Allow rewards to be given. Let things, don't blow them off. Okay. Understand you've been through a lot, you've worked a lot, and this is the way people are going to want to work with you. Be humble, recognize, see the positive in people, and this is going to help you in whatever project or whatever thing you're dealing with is coming up. We have to stand your ground. Now, a lot of times people confuse, all right, working with other people and everything with getting run over. All right. Stand your ground. This is your spirit. This would be the 7 of Wands. All right. This is your, that passion, that will, that drive. Other people are going to want to pull you off or tame you, okay, through recognition and reward. You need to remember who you are, what you stand for, and stand your ground. Understand you can do that and still give recognition and reward to yourself and to other people. We can stand our ground in love on any matter. We can stand our ground, but be that person that when you stand your ground, everybody's like, damn, I wish more people would do it that way. Okay. They will still look up to you. This is going to be something very important. Again, there we go again. Another, the harmony card. Okay. Lovers. This is going to have to do with the relationship of working with people, maybe even one individual, but you're going to have to be victorious by keeping harmony. All right. You still got to stand your ground. So know when to give, know when not to give. That's what I'm getting here. Very, very important. And when I see this card, wow, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. Okay. This is commitment. The Lovers is about commitment as much as it is, oh, love, things like that. This is agape love. All right. And in that, we'll work together. I'm going to commit to keep a harmonious relationship. Okay. That's going to be what's very important. Kristen, we have the sacral chakra. Okay. Sacral chakra, root, sacral, solar plexus. I feel. All right. Keep in mind that with this sacral chakra, this is all about feelings. It's knowing what's going on, and feelings and emotions are going to be very important. So keep that in mind. Make sure your sacral chakra is open, okay? And you're able to receive and find joy in the things that you want and do. There's going to be some changes that are coming, and I think this is where this is all coming from. Stand your ground. Disruption. There's going to be some different things. This is normally the Tower card. All right. And if you look out of this reading, out of 5 cards, we've got 3 cards that are major arcana cards. Okay. So I want you to understand something is going to shake you a little bit. Okay. Kind of take you out. But if you will remember this commitment, if you will remember to stand fast, how you handle this change is going to be what dictates where you are and how this comes out. We have, look, another one. All right. Destiny, the wheel of fortune. If you will go with the flow, keep that harmonious flow when you're working with people and understand, and some things are going to change and shift. If you keep that harmony about you, the wheel of fortune is going to come around. I feel like something good is coming to you. Something big is going to change. When you first see this and you panic, I want you to remember, Spirit said, it's going to take this change to make something good happen. All right. Wow. Bangarang. There we go. Okay. Let me know. You know how I like to know. Okay. Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm going to put this here. Sierra and Dell, I got you. Come in. I'm going to take just a minute. My brain, I feel like I am buzzing all over. So I need to kind of reset. And I take a sip of my coffee. Everybody, while I'm doing this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, but share this with somebody. Put it on your feed, do it, whatever. But somebody needs to hear the messages that are in here. It's not just for us, and some messages are not just for you, not in this format. So let's see what's going on here. Darendell, asking for prayer from the tribe, stuck in a tough financial spot until next week. What message does Spirit have for me at this time? Please and thank you. Here we go. Gather around, tribe. This is why it's great to be part of our tribe, okay? We are not afraid to pray for you. I'm getting a whole feeling. Here's what I want you to do, Sierra Dell. I want you to imagine, lift off of earth, close your eyes, and proceed up into the heavens. Watch earth disappear beneath you and find what you're going to think at first is a star. It's a very white star. And as you draw close, there's going to be angels all around it and one door. Okay. What I want you to do is take a breath, breathe, slow everything down. All right. And I'm starting to prepare some energy for you. Step into the door. It's very safe. I want you to feel that it's safe. And what you're going to see is a solid white room. Okay. And when the door closes behind you, you're going to know it's safe. You're going to see me. There's 2 chairs facing each other. You're going to see me sitting in a chair. I'm going to give up. I'm going to give you a hug and say, it's so good to see you. I understand worry. I understand this financial thing. I've been there, understand it, know it well. And I feel this. What I want you to do is realize the power that is coming through me from above, from below is not me. It's Spirit. It's God helping you to understand. The angels are swarming around the room outside to make sure that we are safe. We are close. What I want you to do now is sit down in that chair across from me, reach out, hold my hands, okay? Just put your hands in mine as we start to say, I'm asking Spirit, I'm asking God, I'm saying, dear Mother, I'm calling on the angels, I'm calling on the power, I'm bringing what you said we should do. If I call on your name in behalf of someone else, you will hear me. What I'm asking is that the Spirit be given to her for the spirit of comfort, the spirit of knowledge, and to understand that all of this will come through and she's going to be good on the other side of it. It can be scary, all right? But these are the times where we learn happiness. We learn how to step through these tough times. I'm bringing this energy in, and I want you to feel it right now as it begins to wash through me and right into your hands from my hands. This is God. This is Spirit. This is Mother. This is the Holy Spirit. This is the Sun. This is the moon. This is everything coming to you, the power of the universe to say, we've got you. Take a deep breath. Inhale this. Smell the energy. Feel it wash over you. Know it's there as a guiding and protecting light. So mote it be. Now, give me a hug, all right? And go ahead and step back out the door and see Earth and begin to float back down to it. You're falling, you're watching the Earth coming to you. You see tops of the buildings and things like that. You're seeing, oh, this is where I live. And you're going to set your feet down right in your home and right back in your chair and open your eyes. This is the power of happiness. This is where your magic is, okay? And we'll find that. So here we go. I'm going to bring this up. All right. Oh, helps if I do it the right way, okay? And we're going to see this. So Sierra and Dell, here we go. Let's see what Spirit has to say about what's going on, all right? Spirit, Sierra and Dell needs a message she needs to hear directly from you. So here we go, all right? Let's find out. Sierra and Dell. Wow, there we go. Look at this. Talk about everything we just did. There is always hope. 17, 1, the beginning, the individual, that's you. 7, you making choices, okay? You making choices, being still and listening and feeling your spirit, your presence, and know that your protection is shining all around you. Look up, find your direction from the stars. This is, woo, man, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. We just touched on every bit of this card, all right? So the Spirit is saying there's always hope. Third eye chakra, okay? Third eye chakra, see it. Know it's there. Read between the lines. See what's going on. Now, what I'm going to tell you, that third eye chakra, okay, is to help you see and know things that are happening and being able to use your intuition. Your crown chakra is what's going to help you understand it all to a higher light. Now, one of those things I want you to do is I want you to start breathing that energy and let it washing all over you to make sure your chakras are all aligned and spinning in the correct direction. Okay? So we got 17. Look here. We got another 6. Victory, power, overcoming. That's it. So we're at a 23, and here we go. Wow. All of these are major arcana cards. And we have the universe. 23, 44. Okay. 44 has not been officially recognized as an angel number yet. So I like looking at this and saying, you have to understand whatever's going on, you must plant a base. This is a new leaping off point for you. This is on your journey. It's a new plateau that you're going to be able to reach. And the universe, okay, is there to say you may not understand it all now, but to understand that you will understand it. Have faith. This is crazy. I love these cards. All right. Look, here we go. Another card that's popped back up. Spirits cycling around. Financial and material changes. There are things that are happening to us all the time. Nothing stays the same. Okay. Yes, right now it's a little scary. And you know what? You need some help? Reach out to somebody you know and say, I'm a little worried. Okay. Or whatnot. It's okay, like you did here. If you need a loan, talk to somebody, talk to some people. Don't let pride get in your way, because what's going to happen is you're going to wind up returning that tenfold down the road. So, holy crap, looky here. Light. I need you to understand how much this light source meant. Reach up, touch it. It's yours. This guidance is yours. Spirit is yours. Okay. God is yours. The mother is yours. The universe, the earth, everything that's about it, the frequencies that you feel all around you are yours. And they're there to help you live a life without fear and to learn to be able to move forward. You know what? Don't let things, again, we had this one once before too. And I notice this to be a problem a lot in today's world, letting someone else steal your joy. I want you to realize there are some people out there that will submarine you just because they're jealous. They're envy. They're not happy, so they don't want you to be happy. If you can be happy in a time of fear or in a time of turmoil, that is learning something powerful. It's learning your light. It's learning what's going to happen. People will try to trip you up. All right. Don't let somebody take that. It's a choice. It is a choice. Wow. Bangarang. Love to hear more. You make sure you keep me posted on that. All right. Love to hear more about that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's happening. I know I'm trying to get there because I am so many people asking questions and I love it. But and I'm probably going into too much detail tonight. I should probably only be doing 3 cards just to make sure I get to everybody. So just be patient and I'll get there. Okay. So let's see what's going on. All right. Yeah, because Miss Pitts put in at 8:34 and it's already been 40 minutes. So let me get going. I'm going to do this not to cheat anybody of a message, but I want to make sure everybody gets to tonight, or we'll be here until freaking tomorrow morning. And I can't do that. And that's not healthy for me to help you either. So here we go. Miss Pitts, I would like to know if I should trust my sister. I think she is secretly against me. Let me tell you something. What does your intuition say? That follow your intuition. I could tell you something completely different. And this is the power of understanding the strength of your intuition. Follow your gut. But how you deal with this is going to be a horse of a different color. So I'm going to bring out the pendulum. I've got the copper pendulum. Okay. Pendulum, will you work with me this evening? Yes. Pendulum, do you need cleansing? No. Okay. Pendulum. Mrs. Pitts doesn't know if she should trust her sister. Should she trust her sister? Mrs. Pitts, Ms. Pitts, I got a very decisive no on that one. Now, I don't like giving that message, but I got a very decisive no. That right now, whatever's going on, you need to follow your own path and don't trust her. Now, it doesn't mean you need to put negative energy or negative thoughts in this, but according to everything I just got, you are not to trust her. There's something else going on, and it doesn't mean anything evil, but it could mean she has her own agenda. Okay, something new or something that's going on. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to cut this deck in different ways. We're going to go here, going to go here, going to go here, going to go here. And we are going to find out real quick. I'm asking Spirit, give us what she needs to know. You have built a firm foundation. Remember we talked about firm foundation just a little bit ago? Okay. And this is in the physical world. Okay. Stick to what you know, stick to your belief, stick to your values, stick to your morals, and stick to what you believe to be true. That 4 is there. Triumph. You will triumph. The 7 is the Chariot. Notice we have firm foundation followed by the Chariot, triumph. You stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Don't let somebody else pull you off, and you will be able to triumph and come through it. Stay on your journey. You know what? Things are going to pick up. If you do this and kind of reject something or just say, not at this time or whatnot, we have accelerated motion and we have the star. Okay. This accelerated motion means things are going to pick up. Now that you're acknowledging it, things are going to happen. Once you start standing your ground and once you stay focused on where you need to go or what, you're going to get through this a lot faster. Okay. Wow. Banger. Okay. So I love using my pendulums. I love my pendulums. Thank you very much. All right. That's really cool. Miss Pitts, let me know. All right. Make sure you let me know what's going on. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see where we're at. Miss Deborah, May I have a message from Spirit, please? Miss Deborah, you could always have a message from Spirit. Just one second. Here we go. Shaking off some of the past readings here, and let's find out what's going on. A message for Deborah. Oh, there's a song in there somewhere, or a book, a poem, or whatever. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Deborah wants a message. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay. Deborah, here we go. Look at this. Folks, there's something about there that y'all have to make a decision on. Everybody, you're holding back or things like this. This is coming up too much. This is for the community. I need you to understand, okay? It is time to make a decision. Now, here's the thing. This is not a two of swords or the two of mental. This is the two of earthly goods. This is the two of pentacles. And what I want you to see here, a lot of times we have somebody, you see like the fool on a ball, juggling things, so many things going on. Guess what? Movement. If you're trying to do too many things at one time, you're not able to move. Choices, you got to make a choice. Pick what you're going to go with and where you're going to go, and finally make a decision. There are doors that are open to you, and this is going to be very important in your physical realm. This is what's happening. We have, wow, the Three of Cups, or the Three of Emotions. Rejoice in celebration. There's going to be something that's going to come along, and it's just you're going to be able to celebrate it with just live in the moment. Don't worry about some things. Whenever this comes, these are going to be people that are very close to you, some people that are of kindred spirit, could even be kin, all right? But they're saying we're going to move forward. We're going to celebrate. We're going to create something beautiful together and be ready for it, look for it, know what's going on. You know what? We have partnerships. Wow, look at the threes. Partnerships and alliances. This is spirit. This is emotion. All right. So think about this. There's going to be some people, or what I really see, coming into your life or starting to do some things. And I want you to make sure you're making the right decision and not stalling out of fear. Make the right decision. No, keep moving. And these things are going to open up. People are going to come out to help you, and they're going to give you a hand. We have a spiritual union. These are people or someone that is so close to you, okay? The spiritual union is a partnership, okay? And it's a partnership in love, emotion, not necessarily romantic, okay? Can be, but this is about being together in that agape sense, that commitment, and knowing what's going on, kind of like feeling each other's thoughts and enjoying the other people, the universe. This is where your knowledge comes from. This is where the ultimate learning and things that are shifting are going to come from. What we have here, be you. What I've got here is be you. Stand your ground. You know, I was listening to Imagine Dragons the other day, and the song came on. I love the song. I'm new to Imagine Dragons. My wife introduced me to them, okay? But it says, I will be me, okay? I'm not going to change who I am. That's what I'm feeling here, Deborah. It's the importance for you and the people around you to see who you are. Bangarang. That's huge. Wow, what a pretty message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me get over here, mix some cards back up, get some things going. All right, got to get these separated out. I don't like when things show up if I haven't separated them out, because then I know spirit has brought them out. Let's see what's happening. All right, here we go. Let's scrolling on down, trying to get caught up. Let's see where we are here. Donna, it's good to see you. I am new to tarot and am learning so much from hanging out. The readings give things to think on and give me things to meditate on. That is the purpose of tarot. If you notice, I don't use spreads. I read cards until spirit tells me to stop. Okay. I do use spreads at times, but you got to remember, once you choose to use spreads, okay, you are now picking a spread that all the questions have been laid out. And one of the things most people have a hard time is they will get a question that has a negative content. What do I need to fix? Okay. And then they get a card and they don't understand it because they don't put that card in the context of the question. It takes some of your ability to communicate with spirit away. I love spreads. Okay. But you just got to be careful when you use them. And a good tarot reader will just read, okay, and let things fall where they are, okay? They might fall back to a spread if they need clarification, where they know certain questions are asked. They like, okay, this would be good here. But that's one of the things I want you to understand. You know, a lot of people ask me, and it's in my book, which is listed in the description below. You know, a lot of people ask me, what's the hardest thing about tarot? Learning to trust yourself, learning to listen to spirit, putting the book back in a box, okay? Not letting somebody dictate what something means. So, Donis, that's good. And again, I brought it up to my special lady that works with me about we need to get this class going. So, yeah, we're going to do that, okay? Bangarang. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, Batty, how does my love interest K currently feel about me? Ask them. This is tarot with an attitude. So before you get mad, all right, everybody out there's kind of that knows me is kind of kicking back, listening. I don't read other people without their permission. Okay. That's what having a conversation is about. And a lot of people, especially young people, are looking for like a cheat code because they don't want to put themselves out there. So they're continuing to guard themselves, okay, rather than taking a chance and having a relationship or having a discussion. So what I will do, Batty, is I will ask, okay, what you need to know about being in a relationship with Kay, okay? What do you need to know about being in a relationship? And, you know, I will even go so far. What do you need to know for you about being in a relationship? The first question I always ask people when they're talking about love, do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself? Do you love yourself enough to walk away from somebody so you can live a happy life if they're not on track with you? This is very, very important. Okay, here we go. Batty, going to be 3 cards. Boom. Transformation. There's going to need to be something that needs to change. You've got to let some old stuff go to be successful. There's old things that need to be put down, left alone, so new things can grow in your relationship status. We have the heart chakra. You've got to get the heart chakra. Are you looking for a love interest or are you looking for true love? All right. If you're looking for that true love, where's your heart? Okay. Where's it at? Is your heart chakra there? Or are we in our head with love? Is it head love or is it true love, confirmation love? And again, allowing something to leave. Okay. So something new can come in and take its place. You know, we've got mental conflict. There's going to be some things here you're going to have to decide on. All right. Very simple with this relationship. There's going to be some things that kind of throw you. All right. And I want you to understand, I'm not saying they're right or wrong. Okay. But it's going to be very important for you in this relationship to be able to look at some things, make a decision. And what follows a 2 is a 3. Act on it. Don't live in fear. Don't try to second guess or do whatever. That's the important things that you need to know. If you've got these things in alignment, okay, then we may be proceeding with a love interest or whatnot. But it always has me a little bit with a love interest. Okay. What do you mean? Okay. And that's where you're at. I need you to understand. Don't let things from the past hover over you. All right. You're going to have to do things different. Everybody's different. Okay. Let something go. Find that true love in your heart, that real agape love. And then finally, make decisions. If you're not getting responses you want, make a decision. All right. How are you going to handle it? What are you going to do? That's what I'm getting for you with that. Batty, I appreciate it. Bangarang. Do me a favor, everybody. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, but then share, share, share. That's what I need you to do. So, Batty, good luck. Let me know how this goes. Okay. I always want everybody to be happy. Okay. But you wouldn't want me digging around in your head behind your back. Okay. Without permission. All right. It's just not right. Think about it. Kind of like HIPAA laws. Okay. So let's find out what's going on there. All right. Let me see where I'm at here. Finding Monica Madigan. There we are. Hi, Rev Rob. May I get a message from Spirit tonight? If there's time, there's always time. We'll make it. I'll get through here. I think I'll get through here. All right. It's already going on an hour. Wow. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Here we go. I got to take I was seeing some other comments and give me just a second, Monica, because I don't want to be reading other people that popped out. Okay. And nobody did anything wrong. It's just something caught my eye. That's all. Okay. So here we go. All right. Monica, right out of the gate. Ooh, you know what? I didn't cut the deck. So let's go here. I'm going to cut it one more time. And here we go. Monica. I don't know if I can explain this card or whatnot, but Monica, what I'm seeing here is the real juggling of what to do, where to go, or whatnot. Okay. There's a relationship here between Spirit and your decisions. Okay. For you, that's what I'm picking up. You might have to put something down to get the fulfillment of something else. Now, it doesn't mean you have to leave that other thing behind. Once you get done with this one thing, you can pick that up and make it work too. There's a lot of things we need to learn about prioritizing. And so many times, wow. Okay, Monica, sometimes you need to work for you and not too many other people. Remember my whole thing about the air thing coming down? You got to take care of yourself. And what I'm seeing here for you is self-care. It's going to be very, very important. It's okay to use this really bad word, this dirty word, the word that nobody likes to say. No, not now. I'm unavailable at this time. Okay. Practice that. And this is going to help you with getting things. Yeah. There's so much, the eights, and I see that W. Colombo or Life Path is an 8. I want you to think about an 8. Every card that's an 8, okay? When we look at the 8 of Pentacles, all right, it's about keeping an eye on the details. You're probably very detail oriented, but it's about learning. You want to know how everything works, how everything ticks, okay? But it's also about moving forward to continue to move. The 8, notice we're chained in here, okay? We're like sitting, this really looks prison-esque, okay? What I'm wanting you to do is make sure that in here, you don't trap yourself with fear of making a wrong decision. Make the decision and you can go. Then you can move. You've got all the details. Look at the details. Make your decision and move on. Don't be worried about past mistakes, all right? Then finally, we've got, look here. You've got a solid base, Monica. You are powerful. Rest and rejuvenate. Remember I said about, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About self-care and knowing what's going on and stop worrying so much. Stop stressing about, did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Blah, 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 blah. All right, that 8. Look at the details, then make a conscious decision. Did you do the right thing? If not, okay, forgive yourself and still move on, because 8 is about movement. 8 is about learning how to deal. And maybe this is about you learning how to deal with your mistakes or things that you're afraid of. Finally, rest and rejuvenate. Sit back down. All right. Take some time to go. It just doesn't matter. Y'all know I love my movie quotes. Meatballs. Okay. Bill Murray. love them. Okay. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Make a fool out of yourself. Come up. Be powerful in that. Okay. And understand when you realize this doesn't matter. I'm going to rest. I'm going to rejuvenate. And my angels, my guides, my God, my spirit will direct me in the way I need to go. Wow. Bang on. Okay. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Monica, you know I love you. And I appreciate you very much. All right. Let's see what's happening here. All right. Yes, bangarang. I got people coming. Mainly Mystics. Hi, everyone. Hey, Mainly Mystics and Toys, Tarot, and all of the good things. Let's see what's happening. Alyssa, may I have a message from God? Absolutely. Alyssa, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Alyssa wants to hear from you. She wants to hear a message for her from you. Please keep this channel open. Make sure my mind is in the right spot and that this is Melissa wants to hear from God. And God, you said if any of us lack wisdom, you will give it to us and upbraideth not. Okay. If we ask you, she's asking you. All right. Here we go. All right. All right. Let's see what's happening. Let's get this over here. Let's do a quick cut. Alyssa, here we go. All right, Alyssa. Sacrifice. I want you to think about this, okay? Now, notice, all right, how Our Lady is half in and half out of the water. All right? Sacrifice. This is about the 12, 1 and 2, making everything come true. This is temperance. This is understanding. You have to realize you're going to have to give up some things emotionally to receive full-on spirit. There's some sacrifices that you need to make. And what this is saying is cut some stuff loose, and then you'll be able to be blessed. Things will be happening. Things will come through for you. Okay? So let's see what we've got here. Stand your ground. You know, one of the things that God wants us to do, if you go by the Christian Bible, okay, and almost any other scripture, okay, there's something in there about if you're like mediocre, I'd rather you be very hot or very cold, all right? But if you're mediocre, I'll spew you out of my mouth, all right? You have to understand what you're wanting to do. You can't always have everything you want. There's going to have to be some sacrifices, but stand your ground, know who you are, and defend what you believe in vehemently. Okay? Now, we have the crown chakra. God is saying, though, before you jump in, all right, when you stand your ground, have knowledge, have a deep understanding of what is going on. You have to open your crown chakra because your third eye is going to see it. But this is where knowledge, this is where everything comes from. When God descends, you can't be closed-minded, okay, and have already made up your mind. And you know what? One of the hardest things I've always said, okay, in today's world, we hear everybody going the right side, the left side, the middle side, the upside, the downside. When I deal with marriage counseling, things like this, I want you to understand, everybody's like, I want. Here's what I need. And, you know, we've been taught to proclaim that. And there's nothing wrong with it to a degree. All right. But there are times a lot of peace could be made if we look at each other and go, I know what you want. You know what I want. But now let's discuss what we're both willing to give up so we can have a good understanding, stand our ground, and still find each other and be whole. This is about understanding. Take some time, do some listening, do some prayer. Don't just go on your emotional gut. This is calling for your knowledge. We have 12, 19, 26. 2, there's that partnership. And I really believe this is about you partnering with Holy Spirit. about you partnering with God to understand, okay, our human brain may not have grasped everything in this problem of whatever it is you're dealing with. Okay. So, what I say, 26, 12, 19, yeah, 26, 6 to be able to declare victory. All right. This is it. But 2 and 6 is 8. There we go again. Paying attention, learning. Don't just say what you believe. Take some time, sacrifice a little bit, listen, but stand your ground. Okay. But be willing to learn. Open up to his actual message. He will talk to you. All right. Bangarang. Wow. Okay. There we go, Alyssa. Let's see what's going on here. Let me get going here. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, Batty, I still hope you're there. It's all done. I'm trying to get caught up here and find out what's going on. Let's see where we're at. Hi, all. Please have your question posted before 9:25. Any question after 9 will roll to Friday night show, or you can set a private reading with Reverend Rob. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, yes, yes. I am all right with waiting until next time for my message. I think I've gotten everybody. I don't know if I can get to everybody. We're going to try this. See just what I've got here. I would like a message from Spirit. I want to die so badly, but I can't. Damn universe wants me to keep suffering. The universe doesn't care whether you suffer or not. That's your own manifestation. That's your own reality. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, Devontae, if that's the way you feel, you need to hang up from me, call the suicide hotline. Okay. And you need to speak to somebody and get some therapy. All right. I'm not even going to proceed with this any further. Okay. Because what you're talking about hurts my heart. It's a negativity because the universe has given us all the tools. You know, people will tell you, oh, the universe wants you to be happy. The universe doesn't want anything. It just provided everything. What you make of this life and what you make of the problems that are going on in your life is up to you. Okay? We love you. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Devontae is growing through a mental instability, depression, or whatnot. I need her guided to the right person. I need her guided for some help because this is not healthy. I'm demanding that you send your angels to wrap their arms around her, the guides for protection, and to put the person in her path that can help her with therapy, help her understand what's going on. Devontae, we love you. All right. Please get that help. All right. It's just what it is because that you are just strictly manifesting negativity right now because that is not the universe. That's you. Okay. And you have to be able to get a hold of that. Okay. And there are people that will be glad to help you. All right. You got to reach out to them. And I would strongly suggest, and I want it on record that I'm telling you, you need to contact suicide hotline. Maybe you're not really suicidal, but this depression, this feeling, I am not permitted. Okay. Number one, with my ethics, my background, and everything in my master's in social work, this is not the venue for what the help you need at this time. Okay. I will tell you this and I will find out. Yes. You have to understand it's recognition and reward. It's understanding. It's up to you to recognize spirit, to recognize everybody goes through these things. Some people handle them, some people don't. Okay. And this is going to be one of those things where you have to recognize what you're going through. Okay. All right. We love you. All right. Keep us posted, but please, please, please go make sure you're getting some help. Let's see what's going on. Ashley Armstead. Hi, Rob. What does Spirit want me to know in regards to my son's education? Great question, Ashley. Let's find out. Ashley wants to know, okay, what to do in regards to her son's education. Let's find out what's going on. Great question. Great question. Let me bring this back up. And folks, I am going to have to end here pretty quick. Doing this and doing it in the way I do it, it's very draining. And I don't want to start rushing or doing anything. Sorry, I got a little carried away in some of the readings and we didn't get through them fast enough. I will speed up next time. But again, as my wife said in the post, Friday night, come join us on Wednesday night. Laura Van Tyne and I, the exorcist, and I, we're going to be talking about angels and how you use them this Wednesday. Yes, how you use them. So be ready Wednesday night, 8:30. And then Friday, I'll be doing this all again, but we'll be allowing you to come on camera with me. So don't miss it again at 8:30. Ashley, intuition. Wow. 2, you have knowledge. There's some, and while a lot of people call the high priestess card the intuition card, I do not. What we have here is personal knowledge. And when you tie your personal knowledge of this whole situation, what is your gut telling you to do? Think about it. Okay, let's find out. Spirit is saying you need to use your smarts and your gut feeling about what's the best for your son. Nobody knows your son better than you. All right. New beginnings, love begins. This is where we find some emotional things and we allow this to start over from a place of growth and not a fear of doing the wrong thing. You're going to do for him what you know you would do because you love him. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. We have positive movement forward. Whatever you do, if you keep his best interests at heart, okay, and know what you're doing, not his emotions, okay, while they're important, okay, it's you that has to do what you feel is the best through love so he can move forward. And look here, somebody was asking about the 8 earlier. There we are. Positive movement forward. It's going to be okay. As long as your intentions. One of the things that Jesus taught us is it's more about your intentions than it is the law, than it is doing it right. It is where are your intentions? You cannot make a mistake if you're looking out for him. Look, we've got a 4 foundation and achievements. Use this knowledge that you have of this situation. You know, talk to him, hold him, let him discuss things, okay? And have an open conversation. And you'll be able to build a good foundation, okay? Understand that. Patience and planning. Don't rush into it. Set out a planner, look at it, figure it out, and move ahead. Talk through it and find out what's going on. I think this is great. You know, why does this card keep coming up tonight? And it keeps coming up right here. I feel like somebody's trying to push you into doing something you're not sure you want to do. Don't. It's your son. It's your decision. All right. Hope that helps. Wow. Banger. Okay. All right. Let me see what we got going here. And let me go here. All right. Let's see if I can get to anything. All right. You know, I think we've actually gotten through everything. Oh, let me see. Sexy Gina 25. What is going to happen between me and Lend romantically for this month? Let's find out. Okay. Let's find out. This will be the last reading. It's got to be my last reading. I apologize to everybody, but here we go. All right. Between you and Lend. She wants to know what's going to happen between me and Lend romantically for this month. So the way I'm going to ask this question, I don't like fortune telling, okay, but is what do you need to know about this relationship coming up? Okay, here we go. All right. Rejoice in celebration. So things are going to be happy. Things are going to be good. Remember, this is going to involve other friends. I want to see, is there a third party involved in this? I'm not sure. Light. Man, look at these cards. This is beautiful. Awareness. All right. This is the magician. All right. What I'm seeing here is happiness and celebration, and things are going to be going very good. Light is going to come down. You're going to be able to see things, but you need to be aware. You need to be personally aware that everything doesn't revolve around him or is on lend for the outcome on you. All right. Lend has to deal with their self. You have to deal with yourself. You have been giving, and Devontae, this is a card that says universe is giving you every tool. We have 4 elements. We have emotions. We have mentality. We have the physicality. All right. We have spirituality, or let's put it this way, our fire, that will, the free will. Okay. But the 5th element is you have spirit. You can create anything you want. Okay. But you have to be aware of what you're doing, where you're going. If you've got flags and you ignore them, then shame on you. But we've all been there. Okay. How many times have we all gotten out of a relationship and go, well, I should have seen the flags? We don't, because we're there emotionally. Look at this thing, realize there's going to be happiness, there can be joy, but I want you to see here, there's going to be some celebration, but you have to find your light. You have to love yourself. You have to call on the light to make you bright so you can understand and be happy and let the sun shine and illuminate things you need to know. And then you have to be aware, okay, of how they affect you, how they affect him. Okay? Wow. So mote it be. There we go. All right, folks. If there's anybody else, sorry I didn't get to it. I got a little bit behind, but there we go. Going to see what happens here. And again, everybody, please like it, subscribe, and share. Okay. Been a long night and it took me too long to get through everything. I'll speed it up on Friday and different things. So please come back. Let's do this again. I enjoy doing what we do. Tribe, be blessed, be good. Say a prayer tonight. Sit down, invite spirit into your life. Invite God and the angels and everything to just be around you. Invite the goddess to be around you, to hold you, to comfort you, protect you. And may you all find peace and get good, solid rest. So just remember, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Banger.